Please, can you see my screen? Thank you. Let me increase my font a little bit. So, all right. Okay, so welcome to today's section. Yesterday, we were able to discuss about building application with platform specific. So we make use of some material design and we're able to come up with this small project where we have where we have our scaffold, the background color, and then we have the app bar and then the body. Added some text to it, and then we added our bottom navigation bar and floating action button. Please, if you want to speak, you can speak. You can unmute your mic and speak. Uh, no problem. Okay. If you have any question along, you can unmute and speak, please. Then we discuss about the drawer. We added a drawer to our application, and then we added a list style, which is all these are basic widgets that you might be and you will be working with most of the time. So this was what we were able to create yesterday from our previous class. So today we'll continue on the same section because we are not able to complete it because of time. So we look at the tab bar and the tab bar view, right? So it's going to be a quick one because today is weekend. I believe most of you want to maybe go enjoy yourself, hang out with your friends. So it'll just be a quick one. And today is the last day of our bootcamp, which is day 5. So please, like I said, if you have any question, you can ask while the class continues. So tabs are common features in number of applications, right? So you always see tabs in many applications today, standing for some purpose, right? So built-in applications with an OS such as, let's say, File Explorer in Windows 10, right? Also make use of tab views and when showing file information, just like you see my screen, you see some tabs at the bottom of my screen. There are a lot of them. Why do we have these tabs? So that you can easily access some application, right? So they are there for easy access to some application. Not like every time you have to maybe go to all your program, search for program, open it. If you have frequent applications that you want to make use of, so it is good to put them on the tab bar so you can quickly access it. So same thing in Flutter. Tab bar is utilized to create tabs, while tab bar view is used to create content of each panel within tabs. Tab bar is used to create tabs, right? I want to create a tab, then you use the tab bar. But for every content on the panel, then you use a tab bar view, right? So like you want to put any of these applications, then you use the tab bar view to put it. So when you use tab bar and tab bar view, then tab bar controller must be utilized to handle several aspects of the tabs. Right? Controller, just like the name says, to control that particular tab. Right? So once you click on that tab, what should happen? That is what where controller comes into play, just like your remote controller to your television. Right? When you press volume comes up on the TV. When you press OK, something happen on the TV. So same thing here. The controller is used to manipulate the individual tabs that you place on your tab bar. Right? So it is preferred to use default tab controller since it is easy to use. Of course, it is easy. This is the default tab controller, but there could be some other additional possibility where you want to use some custom tab controller, but it requires varied input such as maybe length and how many of the tabs do you want to place and the children and the tabs that are going to be in use. Right, so we'll quickly run through a demo. My app's a little bit, so I need to run this screen. This was our previous project yesterday. So I want to create a new class. For this, I don't want to add things here, so things will not become, too complicated. So I'm going to create a new class. I will just make it stateless because we might want to add some things to the class. Right. So let's come back to material here. So let's create a new application. Or do you want us to add it to this current project? So let's build it on this project. Right. Do you want us to? Okay. Basit, you raise a hand. Can you speak? Can you unmute your mic and speak? Hello, Basit Murad. Can you unmute and speak if you want to speak? Okay. So in the absence of that, let's proceed to our class. So our project is running. Just waiting for our, our emulator to come up. Sometimes takes a little bit of time to come to respond. So please, it might be a little bit. So let me just I'm recording, so I'll need to pause the recording. So it won't be taking our time. So let's call this class tab view class. So let's import. Okay, so in this we are using Cupertino material design. If you look at this, we use material design, right? So the difference is just the platform specific. right? So for this, we are building platform specific for Android. We're using most of the Android widgets, right, in this class. While in our tab view class here, sorry, I was muted and nobody was talking. Please hold on. Sorry for some noise background. Honestly, let's just manage it. There's a lot of noise background today. Let's see. All right. So this. All right. So I think my microphone is on now. You can hear me, right? So okay, we created this class. This class is for the tab view, just to demonstrate how tab view works. Okay. So here, please sorry for some noise background. So material app. So we are going to use here. We are going to use the material app here. Okay. Sorry. Let's do a scaffold as usual. Please, let's just keep waiting for the emulator. Let's see when it's ready to come up. Scaffold. Oh, sorry. We are using Cupertino. That is why it's not. I'm not getting. Let's turn it to material. Okay. Material dot that. So here we have our material app. Yeah. All right. So in material app, we have our home to be default tab controller. So we have our home here. Home to be default tab controller. So here we have it. We always need to specify the length. Right. So the length will be okay. How many tabs do you want to appear on the screen? Okay. So here we want three, and the child will be a scaffold. So here we want just three, and here child should be scaffold, right? Which is our now we are used to scaffold, right? So scaffold is just the white background. So after the tabs, we want our body, our white background that will contain other other widgets for our application. So here uh, we have we have our app bar as usual, and then we have our bottom. So the bottom will contain the tab bar. So let's first add our app bar. App bar in app bar we have bottom, right? View on track, upper, okay, upper, then bottom. All right. So here, upper, bottom. All right. So yeah. So here, our bottom, right? Our bottom will contain what? Our tab bar. Okay. Let's have our tab bar here, and inside our tab bar we have our tabs. Right. So now here comes what tabs do you want to add to your screen? Okay. We need to define the tabs we want. So first we have icon for cart, transition, and bike. So let's add these tabs. Okay. So our first tab will be icons dot, what is the name again? Directions car. Okay. Sorry, here it's not tab. Here we contain tabs. Okay. Sorry about that. Tab. Okay. Icon. All right. Here we have our icons. Icons dot. Ah, what do we have here? Directions dot car. Okay. Direction underscore car. My emulator is really affecting my system performance today. So please bear with me. Another tab. Icon. Icon. Icons dot direction underscore transit. Okay. And we have the next tab again. Tab underscore icon. So icon icons dot direction underscore, I think, bike. Right, if I'm correct. Alright, so let's clean up one. So we have our three tabs here. So next we'll add our title. Okay, travel application demo. So let's add our title after the tab bar. Title, title will be a text. Travel application demo. Okay. So next we have our body, which is the tab bar view now that we are going to place those. This is the bottom. This is not just this is the tab bar now. The tab bar view itself, right? So let's have the body, tab bar view. Sorry, tab bar view, which we take children. So I think we need to copy this and paste for first time. Let's just copy what we have here and paste inside this our children. Okay, just need to do this. So cover that. Okay, so we have this our view. So that is all we have, and it's just left for us to run this application so we can see. So if we run this application, this is what we are going to have on the body, right? So these are the tabs on top of the bar. My emulator, I don't know what is going on today with my emulator, right? So in each of the body, if you tap on one, then this is what we want it should happen. If you tap on another one, this is what you should want. So all these buttons, you can replace them with different classes, different widget, different screen, different pages. Right? If you have different pages you want to display here, this is where you can display each pages on your screen. When you tap on uh, each of these tab bars. I don't know. Do we still have anyone in the class? Okay, please. If there's any question, just try to ask while we proceed. I don't know what is going on with my monitor today. You just try to turn it off. Let me try. My device is not coming up as well. trying to use my device to run. I'm trying to link my device. So let me see. Please, there's so much noise. So much noise today, honestly. I'm very sorry for the noise in my background today. Sorry for the delay. I'm able to use my device, so I'll run code directly from my device, please. So let me run code directly from my device. So let's wait for the program to launch. Okay, so this is our yesterday code. I will need to bring in this class to our main. So let's change this to tab bar view. Yeah, tab bar view class. Let's just bring this class. Let's tab view. Let's bring it here. So let's okay. So here is our tab view. Here is this class, right? So when you click on tab, you can see what changes we have on the screen right now. So basically, please, sorry for the delay in trying to bring up my emulator. Right. So here we can decide to place anything. Normally, it will not be an image. It will not be an icon when you are trying to switch from one tabs for another. It will be a complete full page, right? A full page that is more meaningful than this. But just for example sake, we are using these icons just to display these icons as we make progress, right? So you change any of this, it that we have one, two, three, and we have one, two, three, right? So tabs, each icon in the tab bar view represents the icon in the tab bar itself. So the view is what you see when you click on the tab bar. And then this is our app bar with the title. This is our title travel application demo. Okay, so you've spent a lot of time on this already. So list style, these are some things that we will use already in this demo. Yesterday we used list style. The list style widget contains title, subtitle, leading, and trailing widget, which make it perfect for uh, use cases like maybe you want to define your profile, your row buttons, like FAQ sections and so on. Then you can use like a list style. So we saw how we use a list style yesterday for a quick demonstration. So this is just an example of a list style, just like you see that we have the title, the subtitle, and then we have the trailing. The trailing can be an icon, and then the we have the text here, like the title text, the subtitle text, and these are the basic things you're going to see on the screen of a list style. If I go back to our project and come back to yesterday class, we saw this is list style, right? This is our list style, and let me increase my font a bit. So this is our list style. As you can see, height, and then we have the title, the leading. If I go back to this application here and use my stateful, let's do my let's do one thing. Just for let's come back to our tab here. So here instead of icon, let's bring in a child. Instead of an icon, let's bring in a child here. Right. So let's say child, and to be my stateful widgets. So okay, so you can see that our tab one is showing our class, and then you can see this, and boom, our tab one is showing this, and here you can see this is our list style we have here at the left side. This is how to use tab. This is our title, our trailing. So we didn't add one, so we can decide to add the trailing icon, right? So this is just the leading icon that we have here, and the text, and then the trailing icon will be at the side. Okay, let's just add one, leading. So after leading, let's do trailing, and then let's do icons dot, let's do love or heart. Okay, let's add colors dot red. So you can see here we have the trailing icon If you look closely to our app right now, so you can see we have the trailing icon added as heart. So this is how you play with um, this is how you play basically with the list, and then we have button, of course, when creating a simple app with login page. Once the user enters the username and password, the next thing is for you to click on button. Buttons are used for action. So whenever you want to make an action with your application, then that is where buttons comes in to play. And we have different types of button: raise button, floating action button, icon button, pop-up menu button, and so forth, right? So these are example of raise button, floating button, pop-up action button, and we have so many of them. So raise button, raise button has been changed to elevator button, elevated button per se. Um, so these are some of the button. So it has been changed to elevated button. That is for raise button, but this is raise button, and it's also now called elevator. It has been deprecated, now called elevated button. It's an icon button. We've seen it. Floating action button. We've seen how to use floating action button, and as we proceed, you will see some of the other buttons, and most of these buttons have on press, right? On press is always for callback, for action. You want to take action. When you click on a button, what should happen, right? So most of the buttons are for callback action purpose only. Now the floating action, we've seen floating action, icon button, pop-up menu. Uh, then we have what we call the user input, right? For like text field, radio button, right? Text field is used to accept alphanumeric input such as username, password, product price, and so on. Right? So that is what we use text field for, right? Is very important in our application. Of course, radio button is always used to choose a single option. So when you want to choose a single option, you use your radio button. You have checkbox for multiple options. You want to check multiple options, then you can use check your checkbox. So this is what each button represents on your mobile screen: radio button, option button, checkbox button, and so forth. Right. So as we proceed, we'll begin to do this date picker, like I said, date pickers and dialogues. And once we start the program fully after the bootcamp, all this would take time to do a proper demo, a proper coding on this. So because already we spend more than our time, so I can't write code for all this anymore. Our time is fast spent. So in next section, widgets widgets I'm going to explain to you. You can see this is date picker, and this is how it works. So we write code for this to show you how it works in next class. Then we have the dialog box for alert, to display, to prompt user for action. When user want to take action on the device, we have the alert dialog box. So we have other types of simple dialog, alert dialogues, all for different and different purpose, and you can always customize them. So this code I will not write them now because our time is gone. It's more than an hour for this class, right? So I will just summarize. Scaffold is a base widget for single page. Of course, every page must have this scaffold. And then we have app bar. App bar, we know app bar is just for giving the title of that page, what that page stands for. You can put an app bar there, or for all your applications, right? Put an app bar that represents all your applications. Then Flutter have four types of buttons. We have the raise button, but now called elevated button, floating action button, icon button, pop-up menu buttons, right? And we have user input. user input for taking a form. The user is filling form or like radio button, like the text field, and so on. We have what we call the simple dialogues, that prompts user when user want to take an action, when you want to close your application, right? So the dialog box prompts you to take an action. So all these things will be explained when we fully start the program, and then I will take time to write all the code for all these widgets that you are seeing here. So please, do we have any question? All right. So in yes, 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 audible. Yeah, audible. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, you need to. Yeah, you speak with our team, and then they will get you the PDF. Right. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. So we'll see in the next program. Thank you.